Hey, it's Nick Funditis here from Royal LePage Performance Realty in Ottawa, and I'm walking you through the home buyer process in this video, and this is step 4. This is how to close smoothly. If you want to see the earlier steps in this video, just go to our YouTube channel or nickfunditis.ca, and we've got plenty of resources on the process, on the documents, and anything else you might want to find about buying or selling a home in Ontario. So, closing smoothly. Let's talk about how to do that. This is the last step, which includes the period from when the purchase is firm, so when all conditions are removed, all the way up to closing day, and then we talk about beyond closing day as well. So the time for most firm purchases until closing in Ottawa is usually 30 to 90 days, but there's no set rule. Team members on my team have closed in as little as 10 days, and I've also seen ones that were 6 months and longer. So at this stage, it is the lawyer's show. She is doing a title search and she's making sure that the ownership is changed over to you from the seller without any hurdles. And if there is anything that comes up that would cause a problem there, she's going to let you know right away. Our team is making sure that the rest of the team is doing what they're supposed to. So making sure that everyone has the documents and the information that they need to do their roles, and we deal with any surprises that might come up either before closing, at closing, or beyond. You are preparing for the move itself. This is where where you're booking a mover and stuff like that. You're moving over your utilities to the new house. And then finally, your lender is just monitoring rates. It is a little known fact out there that your lender can actually keep watching rates all the way up until about a week before closing for you. And if there are any rate discounts from your lender or any other lenders that they are able to monitor, if they are a mortgage broker, they can help you switch to the new lender. There's not going to be any penalty or anything like that. You're not committed to the first lender until about a week before closing. So this whole thing is the point of no return. So this is where you use your team. Sorry, I got a little confused with my notes here. This is the point of no return. So unless something really drastic happens at this stage, like the house burning down, you are committed to the move. So I recommend closing midweek and trying not to move on the same day that you get your keys, because you never want to be in a situation where your house is not closed, you've got a moving van full of your stuff that can't go anywhere, and you're stuck, kind of in limbo for a night. It's really stressful. I've seen it happen once or twice by people who kind of refuse to heed that advice, and I don't want it for you. So a couple things to talk about before the closing itself. One is a final walkthrough. So in Ontario, you are not guaranteed a final walkthrough. You have to negotiate into the offer. Our team adds a clause to all of our purchase offers to do a final walkthrough. We think it's valuable. Usually we plan to do this during the last week before closing. Second is closing costs. So I mentioned back in step 3 that closing costs are 2 to 2.5% of the purchase price. This is your lawyer fees, your insurance, your home inspection, any kind of external costs related to the home purchase, including your move. Big cost for a lot of people when they're buying their second house is land transfer tax. So if you're buying your first home, most or all of it is going to get rebated for you. But if you're buying your second home, you're going to be subject to land transfer tax here in this province. And so we do have a broken down list available for you. You can get that from me directly. You can download it from our site, or you can go to the appropriate video on YouTube, and we should probably have it linked in there as well. Next, what kind of problems can come up before closing? So closing actually usually goes really smoothly, but there are things that do come up from time to time. The most common is a buyer messing with their finances. So before you make a big purchase like a car or sign up for a new credit card or even buy furniture on store credit sort of thing, ask your lender and ask us if it's going to affect your mortgage and your ability to close. I would hate for you to not be able to close on the house that you're really excited about because you have screwed up your credit. Second is book your movers early so that you don't have to scramble to get a truck or to get movers if you're actually getting moving help. We have an amazing moving broker. She can work anywhere in Ontario, but she specializes here in Ottawa that we can recommend to you as well. Lastly, there could be something totally unexpected that comes up. You could walk in on closing day and all the nice stainless steel refrigerator and appliances have all been swapped with the ugly old 50s avocado green stuff from the seller's cottage. Something that comes up like that, we know how to deal with it. And if we don't, and if we've never seen it personally, we know somebody that does. So we know who to consult if it's a totally new issue. You're in good hands. Just make sure that you have me and the team on speed dial. We can deal with anything. So all that's left now is to actually close. So once you do that, closing day is when you get your keys and you actually own your home. This is also when the mortgage starts. So if you've ever seen an HGTV show, it's not like that. It's a lot calmer, but we do usually stop by with some treats or something to help you celebrate. Now, despite the lines on the map at this point, my team and your lender are not going to be moving in with you, but we are happy to be your first point of call if you have questions, if you want to share big news, or you just want to show off a renovation, because I know that friends sometimes get sick of your renovation news. We never do. We're always interested. We will keep we'll keep in touch with you as long as you are here in Ottawa. And actually, we've kept in touch with people long after they've moved out of Ottawa as well. Now, your job here is to celebrate, but also remember to keep in mind that you want to maintain value. You want to maintain the equity in your home by keeping it in good repair and budgeting for updates when systems wear out. So this would be like your roof, your windows, the cosmetic aspects of your house. You can find more on all of those at our website and kind of the expected lifespans of everything. Then lastly, your lender is available when the mortgage is due for renewal in a few years. But in the meantime, he is an excellent resource if you want a referral to other finance professionals. So congratulations, you have made it. And I'm going to end up with a list of helpful sites for you just after this. And you can find all these steps, all the sites, many more tips on our website and on our YouTube channels, or of course, just book a call or a meeting with me and the team to get your home search process started. So some useful sites for you that we'll finish off with here. First is CMHC, that's the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Commission website. So they have really well researched stats and articles. They're not trying to sell you a home, so they don't have a horse in the race here. So you can really trust the stats they're putting out. It's a little bit different than reading the paper where they're trying to sell newspapers. They will give you an idea of the trends across Canada and in major cities like Ottawa. They also have excellent guides such as how to maintain your home, and most of these are free, or you can get a printed copy shipped to you for a small fee. Geo Ottawa is excellent as well. Just Google Geo Ottawa, you'll get there. If you're even a little bit nerdy, it's wonderful. It's basically just a Google map of Ottawa with a lot of overlays, but those overlays are things like where the floodplains are, zoning information, and a lot more. So we use it to research all kinds of things about homes of interest, like whether you can put a basement apartment, whether it's likely you could expand it, stuff like that. But there's plenty of things that you're going to find it's useful for as well. The third is One Home. So this is the portal that we use to help you connect to the MLS. It gives you real-time information on the home with quite a bit more than you can find on public websites. And it actually gets the homes listed on it just a little bit ahead of the public websites as well, sometimes a few hours. And we can provide sold prices when a property goes off market. It also has a tool for communicating with your team, so with us, so to tell us your likes and dislikes during your search, and that really helps us get on your wavelength and be effective for you. We can help set you up on that if you are looking in Ottawa, and it only works for Ottawa and area. So if you're in a different part of Ontario, your realtor is going to set you up with whatever they have available on their board. Last of all is our website at nickfinitis.ca and our YouTube channel. And I've plugged these a few times during the video, but you absolutely should go follow us on YouTube and our socials and just go check those channels out, because we work really hard to make sure that the information there is current for you and well researched. We like to make sure that we are kind of generously giving as much information as we can to arm you to make sure that you're making good decisions out there in the marketplace. You can subscribe to our newsletter on our website, and you can follow us on YouTube. And then we go into what the stats actually mean every month on our market reports. So I hope you'll find that useful too. If you want to know more about the home purchase process, or Besides what our site and our socials, you can always reach out to me at nick@nickfunditis.ca. You can reach any member of our team the same way. It's just their first name at nickfunditis.ca, and we list everyone's direct contacts on our site, so you can reach out to any of us specifically. I hope that you enjoyed that. That's the end of the home purchase series, but there's lots of other useful information for you. And of course, we hope to hear from you soon. Take care and enjoy.